I am Elsa Vasseur. I am the chairholder of the Research Chair in Sustainable Life of Dairy Cattle at McGill University. Hello, my name is Marc-André Dupuis. I own the René Dupuis farm with my wife Myriam Ledoux. We are the third generation of producers on the farm. Hello, my name is Steve Adam, expert in comfort and welfare at Lactanet. Historically, in Quebec tie stalls, we made concrete stalls and added a bit of bedding on top. We subsequently arrived at rubber mats, on top of which we also added a little bit of bedding. In recent years, we have seen mattresses appear at the base of the stall. We thought that with the softness of the mattresses, we had reached optimal animal comfort. However, we now see that each product is abrasive and appear to cause hack and/or knee injuries. So we have realized that we must add bedding anyway to reduce these injuries. We observed some nice improvements when comparing rest time. About a dozen years ago, we expanded the stall size, so all stalls are 5 to 5.5 feet wide. This led to the elimination of a lot of hack problems. But for the past 7 to 8 years, we have really increased the amount of straw that we put under the cows, and the results are incredible. The cows rest longer. Often, when we finish the milking in the morning and leave the barn, the cows will start to lie down. And if it is quiet in the morning and no one disturbs the cows, we can go back at noon and they will all still be lying down. It's really a nice evidence. For the benefits of the bedding keeper, I find that good clean straw doesn't fall as often into the gutter, so we keep the better dry straw under the cows. Old and cramped cows have less distress rising because their feet can rest against the bedding keeper, giving them more traction. In the past, cows would sometimes have their back feet in the gutter, but with the addition of a bedding keeper, we don't see this anymore.
Ça, on n'a plus. Zéro, on n'a plus de vaches dans le dallo.
There is also a longevity component for the cows. Cows calve more often and stay longer in the herd. I would say that about 60% of the herd is in third lactation and up. For example, our oldest cow will be 13 in October and she has had 9 calves. This is also good proof that longevity is improved by the amount of bedding under the cow. One of the experiments was to maximize bed comfort. To validate that, we tested different lengths of stalls with 3 inches of bedding inside the stalls. We used a bedding keeper for this purpose. The results we obtained at the campus experimental farm showed an improvement in rest time of 1 to 2 hours a day, compared to the same stalls without increased bedding. We also found that hack and knee injuries start healing almost immediately, with discernible differences in some areas seen by the 3rd week of the experiment. Basically, we tried using several kinds of straw and several different straw lengths. In my experience, the kind does not really matter, but the length is very important. The system requires straw that is as short as possible. When starting, I had straw cut using the full rotocut or axial that I put under the cows, and it was the ideal. The shorter the straw is, the better. Long straw is more likely to go into the gutter and to stay humid. I am convinced because of all the aspects that I named previously. The most quantifiable for us have been the longevity of the cows, the animal welfare and the comfort. In addition to that, there is the cleanliness of the cows. We have seen a slight improvement in cleanliness and also an improvement in the somatic cell count, which has come down a lot since we changed the way we manage bedding. We have eliminated many cases of acute mastitis. There are always some small cases of environmental mastitis, but we haven't seen a case of acute mastitis for a long time. Thus, in terms of cleanliness, the bedding system makes a difference and is very convincing for us too.
On n'a pratiquement plus non plus. Là. Donc, au niveau de la propreté, c'est très convaincant ça aussi là, pour nous. Donc, pour ce qui est des jarrets aussi, là, au niveau du ProAction...
We had good assessments for hack evaluation in ProAction, and that allows us to conclude that the increased bedding on the cows is working. The animal welfare component of ProAction is evaluated every 2 years, and for our last 2 assessments, we had incredible results. 100% in terms of hack injuries, 100% at knee injuries, and 100% in neck injuries. Therefore, it's a great way to measure how much it has improved cow comfort.
Ça a amélioré le confort des vaches.